I do believe that this is a direct result of the U.S. sanctions on Russia. Matter of fact, they're stating that because of those sanctions, it has caused Russia to steer toward working with their Asian partners. Now, this wasn't a secret when it comes to China, that China and Russia have military ties and they're backing one another on so many different fronts, and together they stand as one huge block. That really it's taking all of NATO and the West to even try to counter. Now, we've talked about the markets, the economy. We've looked at the cycles. We're looking at what's happening here with China in respects to them putting their money into the IMF basket, which will happen in September of this year. This is going to be a critical time when this happens. You're going to be right at the end of Obama's presidency. The big push on the elections for this new president coming into play. And who knows where we'll be sitting globally as far as wars go, markets go, economies. Once this currency is placed into the basket, this is going to cause other countries to try to jump on board with China and use their currency as a world reserve currency. The more that do this, the dollar starts to plunge. This is what they've gone to war over in the past. But you can't do that with countries this large. So the Russian-led Eurasian Economic Union, the EEU, is interested in expanding east, and they want to sign a free trade agreement with Hong Kong. Now, they recently did this with Vietnam, and they are currently negotiating with Israel. That's right, Israel. And just here, within the past 6 months, I did a report of how all the stuff with Syria was going on, and you had Russia backing Syria, but obviously Israel wanting Assad gone. But then the odd statements made that behind the scenes, Israel and Russia had a deal already. And that if anything happened to Israel, Vladimir Putin would send Russian troops in there to protect the Holy Land. And that matches prophecies. So here we see them striking up another deal with Russia, or this Russian-led Eurasian Economic Union. And if China gets on board, you're going to have two major players here. Now, they have Kazakhstan and Belarus in this, as well as working with, it looks like, a prospective Tajikistan that may become a member in this as well. Now, they're saying that right here in the writing that the Western sanctions have pushed Russia into partnering with all these Asian members, and that right out the gate that they're going to save in exports anywhere from 40 to 60 million in the first year. And this is going to take away from anything that has to do with the West. So they're making new deals here. I just wanted to point it out and show you what direction some of these countries are going in terms of free trade. And soon, later this year, who's going to be going with what currency? Something to keep an eye on. They're making moves once again. I'll leave a link with more information. It's been Dabu7. And remember, Israel said that this can be achieved within 2 years. And Israel will be able to boost trade with the Union by 6 to 8%. They want this to happen as quickly as possible. That's what they want. So now you know some of the players here that are connected and some of the future plans. And it's cutting out the West. It's been Dabu7.